The average grocery store makes just 1.6% profit on everything it sells. 1.6. That's from the Food Marketing Institute, published June 2024. 16 cents on every $10. So how do stores actually stay in business? By hiding massive markups on specific products. Markups of 100%, 200%, and one product we'll get to later in this countdown carries a markup of over 1,400%. You've probably bought it in the last month. These are the 10 most outrageous retail markups hiding in the stores you shop, and for every single one, we'll tell you exactly what to buy instead. Here's one that catches you at the checkout or the vending machine. Single-serve salty snacks carry a 61% markup, straight from the bulletin. So here's what that looks like in real dollars. A single 1-ounce bag of chips at a gas station runs about $1 to $1.50. That's $1 or more per ounce. But a party-size 13-ounce bag at most major retailers, $5.44, which is just 42 cents per ounce. Same chips, same exact flavor, but up to 3.5 times the price per ounce just because it's in a small bag. So what should you buy instead? Party-size or family-size bags? Portion them yourself and your per-ounce cost drops from over $1 to about 42 cents. That's roughly 60% savings, and that's just a 61% markup. Wait until you see what's coming at number 3. Bottled water falls under packaged beverages at a 72% markup. But think about what you're actually buying here. It's water, the same thing that comes out of your tap for a fraction of a penny per gallon. A single 20-ounce bottle of water at a store costs $2 to $2.59. Run the math and you're paying $13 to $17 per gallon. Meanwhile, municipal tap water, the EPA says less than a penny per gallon. You're paying roughly 2,000 times more. 2,000! And it literally starts as tap water. Many popular bottled water brands source from local public water supplies, run it through purification like reverse osmosis, and add minerals back in. Here's the move. Get a reusable bottle and a water filter pitcher. Standard filters run about 10 to 18 cents per gallon. 3 bottles a day at $2 each adds up to over $2,000 a year on water. Switching to filtered tap saves well over $1,000 every single year. Name brand spices carry markups as high as 97% compared to bulk equivalents. Consumer savings expert Andrea Warach, who's appeared on the Today Show, Good Morning America, and CNN, documented this in a 2015 interview with Business Insider. And the comparison here is staggering. A small jar of bay leaves at a grocery store costs $4 to $12 depending on the retailer. The same quantity from a bulk bin at a natural food store, roughly around 12 to 20 cents. Most of that premium goes to packaging, shelf placement, and brand marketing, not the spice itself. Buy from bulk bins at natural food stores. Ethnic grocery stores are even cheaper, and if you really want to save plus get better flavor, buy whole spices and grind them yourself. Here's one that catches almost everyone. Candy at the checkout lane carries an even 100% markup. The bulletin lists it explicitly. Candy, 100%. Ice cream novelties, 101%. That candy bar the store paid about $1 for, you're paying $2. And it's not an accident that it's right there at eye level while you're standing in line with nothing to do. Industry data shows impulse purchases at checkout generate some of the highest margins in the entire store. They know exactly what they're doing, and the prices keep climbing. A Finance Buzz study from October 2025 found the average 100-piece bag of Halloween candy went from $9.19 in 2020 to $16.39 in 2025. That's a 78% increase, roughly triple the cumulative national inflation rate of about 25%. Skip the checkout candy. Walk past it. Listen to me, you can do it. Grab multi-packs from the candy aisle or warehouse clubs instead. A 36-count box of full-size bars runs 50 to 65 cents per bar, not $2. That's 50 to 65% savings, just by buying it from a different part of the store. We're halfway through, and the markups are about to get a lot bigger. Number 2, it's the one I mentioned at the start, over 1,400%. But first, check this out. General merchandise, batteries included, carries a 122% markup. Those name brand AA batteries by the register? The store paid less than half what you're paying. Here's the comparison. A 24-pack of name brand batteries at most major retailers runs about 88 cents per battery. Store brand batteries from a warehouse club, 48 count. about 15.19. That's 32 cents per battery. Same alkaline chemistry, same shelf life, but nearly triple the per battery cost for the brand name. Buy store brand batteries in bulk. They perform comparably in independent testing at a fraction of the cost. The health and beauty care category, which includes pain relievers, cold medicine, and vitamins, carries a 132% markup. But here's what the store doesn't advertise. The FDA requires generic drugs to contain the same active ingredients, the same dosage form, the same strength, and demonstrate the same effectiveness as their brand name counterparts. That's not a suggestion, that's the law. Name brand extra strength acetaminophen runs about 11 cents per caplet at most retailers. Store brand acetaminophen, under 2 cents per caplet. Same 500 milligram dose, same medicine. You're paying nearly 6 times more for identical medicine in a different box. Buy store brand generics. Check the active ingredients panel on the back. They're required by law to match the name brand exactly. There is no difference. That cup of coffee, by the register, 170% markup. The bulletin breaks it down. Hot dispensed beverages, coffee, hot chocolate, cappuccino, all at 170%. The store's total cost for that 12-ounce cup is around 15 to 30 cents. That includes the beans, the cup, the lid, and the sleeve. Your cost? $1.50 to $2.99. That's why nearly every store puts a coffee station right by the register. It's one of the highest margin items in convenience retail. The fix is obvious. Brew at home. A cup of home-brewed coffee costs 16 to 50 cents depending on your beans and method, and it adds up every single day. All right, top 3. This is where the markups stop making sense, starting with frozen water that costs almost nothing to make. The single highest category markup in any standard retail store, 262%. Packaged ice, 262%. Think about that for a second. Ice is frozen water. The store's cost is essentially the electricity to freeze it and the plastic bag to hold it. That's it. And a 10-pound bag sells for $2.50 to $4.50 at most stores. One of the cheapest products to make and one of the highest markups. Make it at home with ice cube trays or silicone molds. Need a lot for a party? A countertop ice maker runs $40 to $80 and pays for itself within a few uses. Warehouse clubs sell 20-pound bags at a fraction of grocery store per-pound prices. This one will make you rethink every birthday card, every holiday card, every thank you card you've ever bought. Carlos Lonso, 2-time president of the Greeting Card Association and CEO of Legacy Publishing Group, explained the economics in an interview with Mel magazine. Here's how it works. The publisher's direct cost to manufacture a basic greeting card is about 20 cents. They sell it to the retailer for around $1.50, and the retailer sells it to you for $3 to $6. From production cost to register price, that's a markup of roughly 1,400% at the $3 price point. Not 140%, 1,400%. Now, it's worth noting that 20 cents is the raw manufacturing cost. The publisher also absorbs licensing fees, artist royalties, returns handling, and display rack costs before they see a profit. But even with all of that, the gap between what it costs to physically make the card and what you pay is enormous. So here's the alternative. Dollar stores sell greeting cards for 50 cents to $1, and you can buy in bulk online. Warehouse clubs and online retailers sell packs of 20 to 50 cards for a few dollars. Or better yet, handwrite a note on nice stationery. It's cheaper, it's more personal, and people actually keep them. And here's the one at the top. Food prepared on-site carries a 120% markup, one of the highest margin categories in any store. Now, that rotisserie chicken might seem like a deal, but that deli sandwich, the hot bar, the pre-made salads, the store is more than doubling their cost. A deli sandwich with $2.50 to $3 in ingredients sells for $6 to $7. A hot bar meal averaging $4 in raw ingredients goes for $9 to $11 per pound. What to do instead? Meal prep at home. A homemade deli-style sandwich costs $1.50 to $2.50 in materials. Batch cook on weekends, portion into grab-and-go containers, and you've replicated the convenience of prepared foods at a fraction of the cost. That's 50 to 70% savings. So what's the pattern here? These 10 markups fall into 3 categories. First, products made from nearly free raw materials. Ice, coffee, bottled water. When the ingredient cost is almost zero, the markup potential is almost unlimited. Second, convenience premiums. Single-serve chips, checkout candy, prepared foods, batteries by the register. You're paying for immediate availability and impulse placement. And third, brand premiums with emotional hooks. Greeting cards, name-brand medications, spices. These items rely on trust, tradition, and packaging, not economics. The USDA Economic Research Service tracks this stuff. The retail trade share, that's labor, rent, utilities, and profit, accounts for about 15 cents of every dollar you spend on food. But these high markup categories, they capture far more than their share. Now you know what's actually happening behind those price tags. The average grocery profit margin is razor thin, 1.6%. But these high markup items help make up the difference. Next week, we're heading to the hardware store. Same concept, same countdown format, and some of those markups? They make grocery stores look generous.